say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Huskies ready to get this thing started and open the season. And you dream about the season starting. It happened, and you kick the ball out of bounds right off the bat. Everybody just settle down. We got a long season to go. Jackson gonna throw it. Hauls it in. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time. And you saw all of it on that in route.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Quick completion on the out. Turning it on. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Nice throw, nice catch, great completion on that out route. Sometimes those cornerbacks, when they see that early, they can make that jump and get that pick six. So those are dangerous routes to throw, but it worked for him there.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Unleashes one deep. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Takes the easy completion. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable 3rd down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? Wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Gonna take a shot. Makes the catch. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal. How about that one? 4th and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the 1st down.
Man, does that sting defensively. You get him in the perfect situation. You know they're going to pass the football. You play the ball deep, and you give up a deep pass. That is a back-breaking play.
Sends it back in motion with the run on 1st and goal. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Using the quick game. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. He'll take it himself. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
And how about the wheels for the QB? You could tell, man, he can roll, and they're going to use him. This is just the 1st drive. You see him going for the touchdown. I imagine we'll see more of that guy running the football with that kind of speed.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. By the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Motion from the back. Looking to throw, it's McMillan. Takes the easy one to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. All right, guys, let's chat for just a moment about Washington. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. Pulls it and fires to the left. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. And the Huskies moving quickly to the line. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
And it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
The Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Quarterback on the keeper. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Washington sends out the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. He'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Try to get it to the edge. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, they're trying to go toss to the field and get that running back out into space to use his speed, but the defense looked like they were already lined up expecting that play, and they force a negative.
Now what they had in mind to start this drive, here comes 2nd and 13. On the move. Find some fresh air. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. Intercepted. The defense has set him up. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Huskies. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
How about the play by the big defensive lineman? Not known for interceptions, usually getting after the quarterback, stopping the run. Had a chance to make an interception and then do something with it. Take it all the way back to the house. No, ladies and gentlemen, that was not in slow motion, but he got in the end zone, and that's all that matters.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Jackson will throw. Fires to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on. Guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake. He's got his man. Still on his feet at the 45. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice.
Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown!
of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Complete to the left. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Really nice looking pinpoint throw there. And when I think back to Husky QBs, you think about Warren Moon, you think about Mark Brunell, the Heward brothers. What about Jake Browning? All made really good decisions. This guy, he's got a lot of arm talent, but he's also very smart.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
You know, this zone replay is something they rep over and over and over in practice. This guy can run it and execute it in his sleep. Good decision there keeping the football.
They send 4 receivers onto the field, 2 to the right, 2 to the left on 2nd and 6. He fires to the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
It's picked off. The Heisman contender turns it over. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
You know, quarterbacks have to be careful throwing over the middle of the field, especially when you're playing against the safety with this kind of range and this kind of football IQ. He was locked in on the QB, knew exactly where he was going with the ball. He was able to jump in front of it and pick it off.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Jackson gonna throw it. Gets it out quickly. Oh, he's got some space. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
A shot toward the end zone. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed it.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Still running up the 40. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one. The tackle is finally made.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
A first down for the offense. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking for a man. It's McMillan. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped, a gain of 3. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. Line getting set on 2nd down. Snags it over the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Grab near the marker. It's Akbar. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw. Looking for the goal line. Into the house. Touchdown, Washington.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wide receiver going in motion. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Corner showing press. They want to be physical here. Touch pass on the run. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult
see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. The Razorbacks getting set on 1st and 10. Jackson will throw. Here comes the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
Got it behind the line. It's Roy. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Running out of time here in the sufficient to put some points on the board before the break. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Well, guess who? They're taking a shot to the guy that's just been torching this defense in the entire first half. He's already got over 100 yards, so why not try to add to it and force this defense to prove that they can.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And the Razorbacks will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Razorbacks will kick it away to start the second half. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow. They don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
Now the play fake. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Got some room to run.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They'll run the option. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Jackson gonna throw it. Buying some time. Fires into the end zone. Makes the grab. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've already gone for it a couple of times on 4th down, converted once. Looks as if they'll try a third. Finds him out of the backfield. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Kansas State looks like a bunch of world beaters right now. I'm not sure I've ever seen this offense look this crisp. They're up by 17 over Texas State. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Looking to throw, it's McMillan. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. It's complete on the right side. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And a really nice job on the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Arkansas! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Finds his man. It's Harris. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Touchdown, Washington. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. The play action fake. Looking left. That pass is incomplete.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? Jackson will throw. Bears the pressure. And this is going to be incomplete. Third down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Direct snap. Oh, he's got a chance. Got enough for the first. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
You know what? Everybody gets energized in the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the flag, 1st and 15 for this offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Skips away from pressure. Creates a little room. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
You see a lot of... He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back. Nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Quarterback may change this route. They'll send the back in motion. To the air. It's McMillan. Now he's going to break the pocket. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down. And he slides in safely. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do...
Touchdown, Husky! And they add 6 more to the board with a trip to the house. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Rourke. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Wants to go up top on first down. Bring in the heat. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Gets the back moving. White going to attack through the air. He unleashes a long one. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in their rhythm. And I like they take a shot down the field, but interested to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. Using his legs to buy some time. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And the Razorbacks will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets it. There he goes! Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Motion from the wide receiver. On the option. They'll try the run. Touchdown, Huskies! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And how about they change up the option look, run the option, but the receiver is the pitch man. And when he gets it, he does what he does best. Turn the afterburners on and takes it to the house.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Rourke. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Hold and fire complete. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. White wants to throw it. Quickly complete. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Out routes are very much about timing. It's got to be a quick, decisive movement from the quarterback. As soon as he sticks that foot in the ground, you know he's breaking out. Throw it right now so he can go make you a play. Great pitch, great catch.
Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Here's a heat. unleashes one. Working that left side. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run it to the right. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
Well, give the defense credit on that one, because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
And the Razorbacks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Caught in the backfield, it's Powell. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, there are certain guys that I want to make sure I hone in on, and I do not give them the football in space. And this running back is one of those guys. Really good job by the defense, keeping their eyes on their keys and not letting him sneak out and get any kind of space. As soon as he touched it, he was on the ground.
3rd down, and these fans trying to make it impossible to communicate. Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. This defense is manhandling this running game on the last couple of snaps. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the right. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
We're at a juncture of the game now here in the 4th quarter. 1-possession game. Every critical down and distance is going to matter. And on that 4th down, the defense gets the win. Great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion and a turnover on down.
Oh, it's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Dude, let's go. This game was basically over, right? We just forced a huge play. Great job by the defense, giving their offense a chance now. Man, it looked like it was over. Now we got a chance. Offense, go down the field, stick this thing in the end zone. We can win this ball game still.
The option look. He'll pitch it. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. White going to attack through the air. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. You already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. He'll set up to throw. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Interesting call here for the head coach, too, because you need a touchdown. Now it's 4th and long. You could kick the field goal and cut into the lead, but it depends on how much you trust your defense right now. They may go for this one, guys.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going for the big play. Wide out trying to get it in. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
And it's decision time now because you score the touchdown. You're down 1 late. You want to just kick the extra point and tie it up, hope for overtime? Or do you go for 2? Do you get aggressive? Do you trust your quarterback if he has to throw it here to find an open player and give you the lead, even though there is still going to be some time left on the clock?
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. James Madison escaped with the victory, and I say escaped. Look, in college football, teams will take any win, but I think the Duke's fans there today could have done without this one being so close. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Gives it on the option. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Dropping back, it's McMillan. It's complete to the right. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short.
Thinking about using a timeout right here after that run play. And listen, I get you're trying to keep the defense off guard, but you're losing this game. You've got to throw the football. Now is the time. You've got to be aggressive, trailing in this 2-minute situation.
And the Huskies can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the ground with the back. Breaks into the open. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left. The Huskies. Back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Might be changing the route. He's got it. Touchdown, Huskies. And they've got the lead in the final minute.
And how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game and then let your defense go on the field and seal it for you.
And they did tack on the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that